Welcome to another Luck Scout bedtime story. The Hidden Treasure Within. There was once a young man named Aaron who lived in a small village at the edge of a great wilderness. All his life, Aaron dreamed of finding a treasure that would make him rich overnight. He imagined the gleaming gold and sparkling jewels buried beneath the earth, just waiting for him to uncover it and transform his life. He often spent his days dreaming of the fortune that would bring him all he desired: wealth, status, and comfort. One day, as he sat by the village well, staring into the distance and imagining his future riches, an old and wise man approached him. The wise man had watched Aaron for years and knew of his longing to become rich. "What troubles you, young man?" the wise man asked, sitting beside him. Aaron, without hesitation, shared his wish. "I dream of finding a treasure, something that will make me rich beyond my wildest dreams, but I don't know where to begin my search." The wise man smiled kindly, his eyes twinkling with understanding. "I know of a land where a great treasure is hidden," he said, "but I do not know the exact spot where it lies. If you are patient and persistent, you may find it, but be warned, it is a vast land, and you will need to stay there for a long time to uncover it." Aaron's heart raced with excitement. "Take me there," he begged. The wise man nodded and agreed. "Come, I will show you the way." The wise man led Aaron through valleys and across rivers until they reached a great untouched land. The land stretched as far as the eye could see, green and fertile yet empty, with no one claiming it. It was a place of peace, where the wind whispered softly through the trees and the sun shone brightly upon the fields. "This is the land," the wise man said. "Somewhere beneath this soil a great treasure lies hidden. But because the land is vast, you'll need time to search for it. Build yourself a small hut to live in, dig a well for water and plant crops so that you can feed yourself while you search." Aaron, though eager to find the treasure, listened to the wise man's advice. He knew that if he were to stay and search for the treasure, he would need food, water, and shelter. And so, with determination in his heart, he began his long journey. He built a simple hut with his own hands, dug a well for fresh water, and planted seeds for crops in the fertile soil. Each day, after tending to his small farm, Aaron would dig in a different spot on the land, hoping to strike gold. And each day he found nothing but earth and stone. But he didn't give up. He knew that the treasure was out there, waiting for him, and he just had to keep searching. Years went by, and Aaron's farm grew larger and more prosperous. He had built a life for himself, a life of hard work and perseverance. But deep down, he still felt a sense of sadness. Despite all his efforts, he had never found the treasure he had set out to discover. One day, as he was tending to his crops, the wise man returned. The wise man, now older and even wiser, approached Aaron with a gentle smile. "It's been a long time," he said. "Have you found the treasure you've been searching for?" Aaron sighed deeply, looking out at the land he had worked so hard to cultivate. "No," he said sadly, "I've dug everywhere, but I've found nothing. It seems that there is no treasure here after all." The wise man looked around at the vast fields, the bountiful crops, the sturdy hut, and the deep well that Aaron had built with his own hands. He smiled kindly and placed a hand on Aaron's shoulder. "Look around you, Aaron. You have already found the treasure." Confused, Aaron furrowed his brow. "What do you mean? I haven't found any gold or jewels. I haven't become rich." The wise man chuckled softly. "You may not have found gold or jewels, but you have built something far greater. Look at the farm you've created, the crops that sustain you, the life you've built from the soil of this land. You have more than you could ever have imagined. Your hard work, patience, and persistence have brought you abundance. You sought treasure beneath the ground, but the true treasure was within you all along. Your resilience, your dedication, and your determination have created this life. That is the greatest treasure of all." Ahun stood silently, taking in the wise man's words. He looked around at the life he had built, the thriving farm, the people who came to buy his produce, the shelter he had crafted with his own hands. For the first time, he realized that he had indeed found the treasure, not in the form of gold or jewels, but in the form of a fulfilling, prosperous life. The treasure hadn't been hidden in the ground, it had been within him, waiting to be uncovered through his hard work and persistence. All along he had been digging for something external, but the true wealth had been the growth he had experienced, the knowledge he had gained, and the success he had achieved through his own efforts. "Keep this treasure, Aaron," the wise man said softly. "It will serve you for the rest of your life. And remember, wealth doesn't always come in the form of riches or gold. It doesn't come overnight, nor from those who promise to make you rich quickly while they are actually after your money and effort. True wealth comes from consistent hard work over the long term. It comes from the heart, from the resilience to keep going, and from the work we put into what we believe in." Aaron nodded, his heart lighter than it had been in years. He no longer felt the need to search for treasure in the earth, for he knew now that he had already found what he was looking for. The wise man left, and Aaron continued to tend to his farm, his life now filled with peace and contentment, knowing that the true treasure had always been within him. As you lie in your bed tonight, remember that the greatest treasures in life are not always what we expect. Sometimes they are found in the work we do, the resilience we show, and the patience we carry with us. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and trust that with persistence and dedication you will find the treasure within yourself. You're already rich in ways you may not yet realize. you.